Everybody, this is day 28 of my speaking experiment. Again, introducing it, this experiment is designed to help me become a better public speaker by daily practice. I'm going to read a question now and then answer that question on the go. I've never seen it before, I've never thought about it before, and I'm going to formulate my thoughts as I speak. Okay, so going to the list of 99 thought-provoking questions. I really liked category number 1 yesterday, so let's go with category number 1. Question 8 already came to my head. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it make a sound? It's like one of those pop culture philosophical questions. Well, the answer is no. It doesn't make a sound because what sound is essentially is a vibration that's moving through the air. So, for example, me speaking now is I am adding energy to the flow of air right now by pushing it out of my mouth, and then one particle of air is hitting another particle of air, and they are vibrating together. And that itself, you could argue that it does create a sound when the tree falls, but what sound is another being registering those vibrations and then processing it in their brain and hearing it as sound. Now, if there is no being to register those vibrations and to convert it into audible input, then there's no sound is made, because all sounds are made inside the processing brains of a living beings. So if there is no one there to hear it, which I'm guessing there is no animal, there is no person, there is no being with this registering apparatus to absorb this this vibration and then convert it into something that they can hear, then no, there is no one to hear it. That's the full answer to that pop culture philosophical question. If you're ever asked this at the party, the answer is no. Maybe I'll go. How long was that? 2 minutes. Okay, I'll pick another one. That was question 8. Let's go with question 9. How do you define existence? So that was an easy question, and now we have a difficult question. How do I define existence? I don't know, but I can tell you what other people said. So, for example, we have Descartes, who is the famous philosopher who said, "Cogito ergo sum," I think, therefore I am. And what did he mean by that? So, Descartes was a French philosopher, René Descartes, and he lived in the 16th, 17th century. He lived around the time of Newton, a little bit before Newton. And at that point, Descartes looked at the state of philosophy, and he realized that it's a total mess. Like, Greeks were saying something, then the Christians are saying something, theologians are saying something. Everyone is like adding their own ideas to the whole body of knowledge that we call philosophy, but there's no structure to it. There is no logic to it. It's just a giant chaos. So he thought, if we want to do philosophy for real, we need to organize it in some way. So he started thinking how to organize philosophy. Obviously, philosophy is the study of ideas, is the study of the nature of the universe. So to organize it, he thought, well, I need to go to the bottom, to the very most basic axiom there is, and then start building up this structure, this order from that axiom. So he started going deeper and started questioning everything to see what's going to happen. Like, he tried to arrive at the truth that he could not longer question. And in those musings, he arrived at one simple statement, which is the only thing he can be certain is that he thinks about something, is that he feels the world, that he thinks. That's the only thing he can be certain of. He cannot be certain this world exists. He cannot be certain he exists. He cannot be certain that God exists. He cannot be certain about anything except the thing that he thinks, right? So that's the cogito ergo sum. I exist, I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I exist. And from that, he started building his whole philosophy, and the whole idea of the scientific method came from those musings. Although he didn't invent the scientific method, the Arabs invented the scientific method 500 years prior, but let's say he rediscovered it. The scientific method being you question everything until you get to the very first principle, the very bottom, and then you build from that. So that's how Descartes defined the existence. Is that the only possible thing that we can be certain of is that we feel that we exist, that we think about something, that this is a thought of something. Now, how would I describe existence? I have no clue. It's a massively complicated question. I will. Okay, to answer that question, I said it before on this channel. It's the Zen maxim about the mind trying to understand itself. And what the Zen says is that mind is just a tool that's designed for trying to understand its environment. But as a tool, it cannot understand itself. So for example, an eye is a tool designed to see the environment, but the eye cannot see itself. A knife is a tool designed to cut the environment, but the knife cannot cut itself. And the same goes for mind. The mind is designed to analyze and understand the environment, but mind cannot understand itself, just like a knife cannot cut itself. And I think that's the best answer that kind of gives me the most peace of mind in this philosophical debate. What is the meaning of existence? I can never know, because my mind is not designed to know that. It's a limitation of my mind, and I'm happy with that answer, because I don't feel like we need the concrete answer, because A, we wouldn't understand it, and B, even if we did understand it, then that would be horrible to know the full truth about the existence, because what would be searching after that? The whole fun of trying to understand existence is the search. It's not arriving at the ultimate knowledge. What are you gonna do with the ultimate knowledge? What are you gonna do with it? It's the fun of discovery. That's the game. That's the game that we're all playing, and that's the fun game. That's the game I want to play. So I don't want to know what the existence is, but I want to keep searching for the answer, because I find the meaning of my existence in the search, and it fulfills me. And that's my answer to that question. Thank you very much for listening. This was day 28, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.